Squatch is here with your shot. Your shot?
Good job.
Your shot at $1,000 in cash.
Yes.
All you got to do is go to 1059thebrew.com and enter this hour's keyword to win. You could win $1,000 just like Mark did, and you want to answer your phone if you see a strange number because that could be us, right? This is why Mark answered his.
I knew it could possibly be you guys. And if it wasn't, I could just hang up, right?
Right. It's a collector or something. Some
Yeah,
scam artist.
or
you
wannabe.
You just hang up on them.
Yeah.
Or you could screw with them, which is what
I
I've
was
gotten
gonna
into the habit
say
of doing.
maybe
lately.
blow an air horn in their ear or something
Yeah.
like that first.
Whatever. Just do something that wastes their time. If
Yes.
they're going to waste yours. But you should go to 1059thebrew.com and enter the keyword bonus and then just keep an eye on that phone because we could call you back with $1,000 in cash. Drew's got sports coming up here next. What do you have?
Brooklyn Nets in town to face the Blazers last night at the Moda. We'll tell you what went down.
That is coming up on the other side of Zeppelin. Happy Wednesday. It's 1059 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
One, two, three.
And now, Brews Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, it was a tough night last night for the Trail Blazers as it was just kind of hard to get traction right from the start. Even came in as a favorite in this game. Scoot Henderson had one of his best games with 39 points. But it just wasn't enough as the Nets ran away with it in the end, 132 114. I think Beefwater was at that game.
Oh, yeah.
I was a little jealous. I haven't been to a Blazer game this year.
I know.
Pretty
Me
nice
either.
to check it out.
I was supposed to go with him, and he called me, and I had forgotten, and I was wearing headphones, and I didn't notice the call for until like an hour later.
Oh, and you know how he is.
no.
Like,
Yeah.
he'll be like, oh, he screened me. He didn't want to go.
He just moved on.
Yeah. He won't try you a second time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If you want to check out Blazer games like we're itching to do, Blazers.com, you can pick up your tickets. It was the first game home for the Blazers in a while. Good to see them. Hopefully, they can bounce back from this one after an amazing win the other night. There's the sports.
Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to check some of your talkback messages, so download that iHeartRadio app if you got something to say. In the meantime, though, this hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is bonus.
All right.
Bonus.
1059thebrew.com is the website. When you get there, type in the keyword bonus, and then just keep an eye on your phone because we could call you back with the cash. Good luck from the Brew. You can also send us a talkback message through the iHeartRadio app, which is pretty nice. I mean, I use this app every day, when I'm working out or if I'm just, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just cleaning the house and I want to listen to music.
Samesies, I actually just set all my presets yesterday, which you can do now.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
The all-new and improved iHeartRadio app has a bunch of presets. So you can make the Brew You preset. You can make the Tanner, Drew, and Laura specific page a preset if you want. So,
And it's nice that when you build a playlist, it never goes away.
Yeah.
So like this morning, I was listening to a playlist that I made in 2021. And it's like, oh, I remember that song. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
And it's something you created that doesn't go away. It's a cool app.
download it for your cell phone today. Got some messages to listen to?
Hey, what up, guys? Hey, I don't know what the topic is, so I'm just gonna go off the cuff here. So I'm gonna, I have a sneaky suspicion that the fog that we got going on right now is coming from all the UFOs and stuff. So be on the lookout, okay? Be careful, I think, with that fog, because people be saying that there's some spores in it. Mm-hmm. And UFOs, man, they're everywhere. I've seen like 5 of them tonight already. The drones.
Well, they cut them off. Just 5 tonight. Saw at
Clear
least 5
skies.
UFOs.
You can see way more.
Wow. The spores in the air and all that.
Yeah,
Gotta
watch
be
that
careful out
fog.
there, yeah.
That's why I always travel with a blanket over my face.
Hey, good morning, Brew Crew. This is Jeff calling from Clackamas. Just want to say Dry January is going really good. And my new favorite non-alcoholic beer is Fresh Squeezed by Deschutes Brewing. And it is a game changer and is I will stock this after January. It's so good. So congratulations and keep it up.
Yeah, man, they are really getting good at these non-alcoholic beers. I had one, what did I have Saturday night? I can't remember the name of it, but it was so good. And it tasted, like if you hadn't told me that this was a non-alcoholic beer, I wouldn't have known. I would have started pretending I was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, like the placebo effect.
Yeah,
of it,
acting
but-
a fool.
Well,
But it was delicious.
I'm glad that he liked the Deschutes one because my little brother's been working there for years and they've been trying to get in front of this wave where people aren't drinking as much anymore.
Right.
So they need an alternative. So for those people who don't have those options, you're starting to get them now.
Well, and I especially love that, like, because it used to only be like Pilsners and the O'Douls and the Heineken Zeros and all that. And now with like Fresh Squeezed, it's like that's an actual beer that Deschutes makes, right? So it's cool that you can still have your favorite beer just without the alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I don't know how they do it.
It's
a
definitely
process.
wizardry
Yeah, I hear it's expensive to get all
to get
the alcohol out of it.
Because I think, because you make it first and then you remove the alcohol, I think.
It just seems like a unnecessary process.
It's a brewing technique above me.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it because I'm participating in Dry January right now. So, gang. It's going so far so good, I guess.
Yeah.
15 days. I'm only sweating a little bit at night.
Yeah, that's good.
Just
Yeah.
that's it.
Those will end right as you get back to the end of the month.
Exactly.
Is it going good for everybody else?
It's going good for me.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of room for me. I've cut
like, I
back
wouldn't
in
know.
the new year, though. I'm proud of that.
That's good.
All right. So the Super Bowl, that is when? In February or March?
February.
February. It's the Sunday after the Grammys, I believe.
All right. The Sunday after the Grammys, which is February 2nd, I think we read this morning.
Yeah,
So.
so the 9th, I guess it would be.
All right. The Super Bowl. We don't know who it is going to be yet. I would love to see the Lions in there just for the storyline, for Laura's happiness. I think it would be cool. I lived there for 2 years, so I'd like to see him win because I know how hard those fans root for them and want them to win. They're very depressed when they leave the stadium. Well, not this year, but
Well, think about
previous years.
Think about if the Chiefs got there as well. It was, the crown against the working man.
Yeah.
Because the only ones who can stop them from three-peating would be the blue-collar boys from Detroit.
I almost feel like, oh man, I hope that happens because I really feel like the Lions could win. What a story!
It would be great. We got to put that on a hotkey.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, only 1 in 4 Americans are interested. Actually, 1 in 4 Americans are more interested in Super Bowl food than the actual game.
I mean,
Just 1 out of 4, huh?
1 in 4 Americans.
Figure it would be close to half.
Because I'm definitely,
You're a food guy.
I'm a food guy.
all about the food.
I get excited for little finger foods and ordering pizza and just hoarding food. Because when I drink, I get the munchies, and obviously I like to throw back a couple of beers when I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I remember one time we had this party and Drew made these little finger wraps. What were those little sausage wiener wraps?
Sausage rolls.
They were They're delicious.
Wow.
Yeah, those are delicious.
My weight in those things.
I love this. I call it a holiday, because it is a
Yeah.
day where people come together and they have these traditions. But it's my favorite snack holiday. Christmas is right behind it, but that's the day for snacks.
I feel like, it's like the Thanksgiving of snacks.
Right.
You know?
According to the survey of 2,000 adults over the age of 21, it looks like results found that 1 in 4 respondents is more interested in the food than the game. And 54% believe that the food spread has the power to make or break the experience.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. And,
What
I think
ruins a Super Bowl party, Drew?
with just a lack of supplies. When you have a lack of, say you run out of chips and you have all these dips.
You got lots of dip, no chips.
All you got left is a veggie tray, and everyone's like,
As a host, you make it a potluck because that's not faux pas at a Super Bowl party. So everybody brings, but you, as the host, are required to have extra chips, a little extra salsa, things that can, bridge the gap if you start running out of food. You have to make multiple items.
And the beer's got to be flowing too. Like if
Yeah,
you
for
run out
sure.
of beer, come on now.
But you also got to tell people ahead of time, you bring what you like.
Bring your own, yeah.
Bring what you like, I will have some.
There's one time Drew and I threw a Super Bowl bet against each other, and we were so stressed out that I remember I bought like an 18-pack, and I hung out in the corner, and I killed most of that. I think I killed like 13 beers.
What was the bet?
I don't remember what it was. We had to do some stunt.
Yeah, I think that was the
the first one, I think.
Fart on bare ass chest.
Oh my!
This big fat guy had to sit on Drew's chest, bare ass, and fart on his
that's-
chest.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
It was so. That was like 20 years ago. Isn't that wild?
Bringing back flashbacks.
It's like I've still got the acne scars.
Yeah,
Well, because I made him like run around the building for a while. Like he was really hot and sweaty, and
Yeah.
he was the size of a German tank.
Honestly, it had nothing to do with fart and everything to do with body, the grossness. It was like as soon as that body came out, you're like, that is for real. I'd never seen anything like
But
it.
the fart did make it pretty far.
I'm not sure it made it out of those cheeks.
Food also proved to be more exciting than the commercials during the Super Bowl. 38% of people say the food's more exciting, and 47% say it's more exciting than the halftime show.
Now I've got a craving for buffalo chicken dip.
Food is way more important than the halftime show. That's a slight conversation
Because
piece.
that's when you leave and get more snacks.
Yeah.
The top 3 foods necessary to have around for your Super Bowl party: hot wings, 49%; barbecue, 37%; and 7-layer dip, 36%.
Gotta have the dip. Gotta have the wings. Barbecue.
I don't know. I
I
a
don't need
weird
it.
flag.
I don't
mean,
need it. It's cool if it's there, but I don't
if
need
you're
it.
in Kansas City, I guess you're probably having barbecue. But like, pizza is a great go-to.
Yeah. Just finger foods, man. Just give me.
And your couch is gonna be wrecked if you're giving everyone ribs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just wrecked.
And your dog too. Everyone's gonna pet that dog and wipe their greasy hands all over him.
Oh man,
Piss me off.
that dog probably eats so many scraps that there's definitely a diarrhea party coming for that bad boy too.
Real fast, I want to tell you about my friends at the Advocates. Have you been injured in an accident? If you have, you know how stressful that is. You're trying to recover from your injuries on top of taking care of all the important stuff at the same time, like the insurance companies. You're trying to get all of the insurance company, get your bills paid, and they are fighting you tooth and nail. That's why you got to reach out to the Advocates, because you're going to need more than a lawyer. You're going to need an advocate. Talk to Ken and Donnie. If you don't want to reach out to them directly, reach out to me, and I'll forward you to Ken and Donnie myself, because these guys know just what to say and just what to do to these insurance companies to make sure that you're paid everything you're owed. All right, they've actually gotten over $100 million for their clients, and that's not chump change. So if you want to get a piece of the next $100 million, reach out to them at advocateslaw.com. Tell them I sent you, and you'll be happy you did. There's no risk to you. All right, they don't get paid until you win. So that sounds pretty good to me. Peace of mind there.
Yeah.
Advocateslaw.com is the website. If you've been injured in an accident, you need more than an attorney. You need an advocate. Advocateslaw.com.
Now, what's trending?
So, the movie The Wedding Singer is one of my favorite movies. Everything from he's losing his mind.
Yeah, I love that movie.
From start to finish, it's good. That iconic scene at the end when Billy Idol helps Adam Sandler sing the song at the plane, I want to grow old with you.
That's
Yeah.
the best.
Well, there's a passenger that actually recreated that scene for his proposal on an airplane.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's on a flight to Mexico. Sam Ryber surprised his girlfriend Lisa, or Lissy. It's a weird name, Lissy.
All right, Lissy.
Lissy.
This relationship's doomed.
Just by the names alone.
Julia Gulia.
Yeah, I guess it works.
Here is a clip from Inside Edition.
Turns out 34-year-old Sam Reber and his girlfriend, Lissy Alden, are big fans of the Adam Sandler Drew Barrymore rom-com, The Wedding Singer, which featured this musical proposal 30,000 feet in the air.
Grows old with you.
Yep, Sam recreated the romantic moment.
All I wanna do is grow old with you.
While Sandler had a real
Little out of tune
guitar,
there.
Sam made do with a mini toy one. And just like their favorite movie, it ended with Sam on bended knee.
She said yes.
Then they hit some turbulence and launched their food into the air. That's really sweet. I mean, a little cheesy, but very cute. Very
And
sweet.
you're on your way to Mexico. It's pretty sweet there.
Yeah.
But airplane's fun.
That's a fun surprise, too, because maybe she even anticipated being proposed to in Mexico, but I bet she didn't expect getting proposed to on the way.
Now you can relax the whole trip and just
Yeah.
party, and have fun. And it does make sense that they did a toy guitar because the logistics of getting an actual guitar through security
You're like,
and on
hey,
a plane.
hon, what are you doing with that guitar?
And she's like, you have never gone anywhere with a guitar as a carry-on.
Right.
What are you doing?
This is odd, but the toy guitar works. That works
Yeah.
out. So we'll put the video online if you want to check that out at 1059thebrew.com. It's also where you can check out our Donkey Show podcast. Talked to my mom yesterday on the Donkey Show podcast about the origins of my name.
That's right.
My real name, my legal God-given name, which is
Chadwick, make it
It's hard to
Chatterson.
say.
Abraham.
Abraham.
Oh, is it?
Archibald.
So yeah, go check it out. Archibald.
Oh man, I'm
Archie.
gonna call you Archie from now on.
Archie'd be sweet.
Go check it out, 1059thebrew.com. Click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Your next chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is coming up right after Steve Miller Band on The Brew. All right, Bacon and Beer. We got a big announcement Friday morning, 7 a.m. When and where's the next Bacon and Beer going down? You will find out, my child. You will find out. So listen for that. I'm very excited for our Bacon and Beer because we're trying to do, we want to do a mass divorce, right? Last year we did a mass wedding and it got a lot of attention. The news picked it up. It's not the first mass wedding that was on the radio, but first for our show. But we were like, let's do something that's never been done before. And we don't think a mass divorce has ever been done.
Yeah.
Now, divorce sucks. I do the commercials for Goldberg Jones. It sucks, but it's a part of life. And if it happens, at least you've got people like Goldberg Jones that are able to help you and walk you through it. And this time, the whole thing will be taken care of. You just need to be it needs to be uncontested.
So if you're still finagling the details of I want this and you can take this, but I want this. That's not what we're looking for. We need it to be at the tail end of kind of the agreement so that you can just sign on the dotted line and call it a day.
Yeah.
It's perfect for the person who's been living estranged from their ex-wife or husband because it's it's a process I don't want to have to deal with. Well, it's easy this way. And it can be dealt with, and then, that can be water under the bridge because nothing kicks off a new relationship like I haven't shut down my last relationship.
Right. Now, I think all y'all have to take care of is the paperwork.
It's like the filing fee.
But the lawyer stuff that Goldberg Jones is going to provide, they're just going to waive that. So you'll just have to take care of the filing fee, and that's it. But think about how much money you're saving. It'll be fun. Laura and her ex-husband threw a divorce party. So think of this as
certainly did. We did a toast. We took shots, and we can do the same thing for you.
Yeah.
And the peace of mind to know that you had Goldberg Jones to go through that paperwork with you and make sure that you understand everything that's going to be happening.
Now, I admit that this might be a bit that we don't end up pulling off because we've talked about it for like a week now. I haven't heard anybody say that, hey, I'm interested, or I know somebody that's interested. I'm aware that this bit is difficult, and some people, it might rub them the wrong way.
Yeah, and I mean, divorce can be contentious. How often is it that everybody agrees on everything?
Right.
But there are, I'm a great example. Those cases do exist. So if that's you and you just want to get it over with, come on out.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. 1-800-DIVORCE will be on the scene to do it all. So reach out to us. 1059thebrew.com is a website, or you can shoot us a talkback message or a text message. Just reach out, let us know. But we'd like to do the first ever mass divorce on the radio. But I don't know, man. I have no idea if we're going to be able to pull it off.
It's a slippery slope, but we're ready to pull the trigger if we can get the right heads.
In the meantime.
And now, Tanner, Drew, and Laura's Dumbass of the Day.
We've talked about a lot of idiot cops this week. That one cop who was in trouble for wrecking his police car because he was watching porn while on the job.
Yep. How could we forget that?
This is a kind of a related story. Another police officer admits to hiring a prostitute who later allegedly stole his car, according to court documents.
Okay.
See, once you cross that line, then they can kind of commit crimes in your presence, and that's what's happened here.
Right. So it's like, who are you going to call? You're going to call your friends?
That I'm your prostitute?
Was it his patrol car that
I think
she
so.
stole?
Virginia Beach court documents detail a meetup for sex that was arranged by a Hampton police officer and ended with his car being stolen by the prostitute he hired. So it says his car, so maybe.
His personal ride.
Hampton police said that the officer has been terminated from the department, but it could not comment on why. I think we figured it out.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals where it's not the worst crime in the world, paying for it. You're kind of pathetic. But to lose your gig, too, this will always be on your headstone.
Yeah.
Jerron Harry was a Hampton police officer when court documents said that he met 20-year-old Alexis Dream Copeland. Dream's her street name.
Sure.
The documents stated that he told police he hired Dream for sex on December 30th. Those documents detail a meetup at an apartment in Virginia Beach. Harry told police that he sent her $100 in Apple Pay transactions to Dream for sex.
$100?
Yeah. I bet
Come on,
Dream's
girl.
not the dreamiest.
I got a mugshot over if you would like to see.
I would, actually.
Court documents said that they laid in bed before Harry said that they agreed to shower together.
Oh.
Harry said Dream never joined him in the shower. Instead, he got out and realized his phone, keys, and wallet and car with his police credentials inside were all gone.
Man, and he didn't come up with a more creative lie then I paid for
I just
it
told. Yeah, he just told the truth.
and just got naked.
He called the police using a neighbor's phone and explained what happened. Court documents show that they were able to track down his vehicle with 2 people inside, Dream and the man that I'm assuming is her
Pimp.
PIMP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you got a second party there.
Yeah, but yeah, he's in trouble. She's in trouble.
The pimp's fine though.
Yeah, he still
Ain't
got his
nobody
money.
gonna talk to me.
Yeah.
He got his money. But
That's
Wow.
right. How much of a ding dong though is this cop? I'm just gonna take off all my clothes and go stand in there and wait for you.
yeah, dude.
And then you just grab his stuff and leave. Like after 30 seconds that you left a borderline tweaker named Dream in your foyer, you should
Yeah.
probably think about that.
yeah.
Honestly, though,
Next time.
if I was that woman, I gotta be honest. I
You do the same thing?
I would have done the exact same thing. I'm not getting in the shower with you, bro. You paid me $100. I'm out of here. No.
If you have a pimp and your name is Dream, you've been through a lot worse than that shower.
Yeah.
$100. I feel like,
that's a bargain.
but like she stole more than $100 worth of stuff. The phone alone, right? So
Oh, for sure.
was it all worth it? I don't think it.
No,
Probably
yeah,
not.
it didn't break even once she took his car.
But there it is. More on that. Actually, if you want to see the mugshot, I've got it here, and I'll put it up online.
Hold on, can I see it?
Yeah, come over and look. She's got like bright red hair.
How kicked in are we?
You know,
No, but I don't think
Not
it's
bad.
not the worst
bad.
thing I've
Still
ever seen.
early in her career?
Yeah, well, she is 20.
She's young,
Oh,
so
shit,
I
my
think it's
God.
before the street drugs.
She looks
kicked in.
older than 20 for sure, but
Dream, get off the street.
I know. Yeah, may this be a lesson.
I know when you see it like still early on, like you see a kid like on the street panhandling or something. It's
Not good.
You still have so much time.
Yeah, like have you seen the end game of this?
Yeah, you can still bail on this life. I sound like a fuddy-duddy, but
Well, God, when you're turning tricks with a cop, you're probably time to go to rehab.
all right. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll check your talkback messages, and you can send us a text at 98197. All right, this hour's keyword for your shot at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is check. As in, we want to give you a $1,000 check. So go to 1059thebrew.com, enter the keyword check, and we could call you back with $1,000 with the cash. All right, Drew's got sports coming up here next. What do you have this morning?
More drama with possibly trading NFL coaches. We'll tell you the latest on the block.
That's coming up right after Collective Soul at 7:24 on the Brew.
One, two, three. And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, the Trailblazers fell just short last night against the Brooklyn Nets at the Moda Center. I almost called it the Rose Garden, jumped into a time warp there. But the Moda Center, 132-114. A silver lining, Scoot Henderson progressing nicely. Our number 3 pick from a year ago had 39 points, showing that he is plenty capable. Hopefully, the Blazers can bounce back, as it was the first game at home in a while. Now, when it comes to the Steelers and Mike Tomlin, he's the most tenured coach in all of football. Now, the NFL has long had a situation where you can actually trade for a coach. Now, Mike Tomlin, believe it or not, as a coach, has been coaching so long in Pittsburgh that he has a no-trade clause. Just finished 18 years, and he was asked, hey, do you think other teams are going to try to trade for you? And he said, save your time, save your energy. He's not doing it. He says as long as he'll be allowed to do it in Pittsburgh, that's what he's going to do. And until that day, no more talk of a potential trade for him. Now, remember, Kevin O'Connell, also the Minnesota Vikings coach, rumored to be a part of this. This all comes up because the Bears GM says, I'm willing to trade for a coach. It all seems like a bit of a head scratcher because it's kind of a crapshoot anyway. Might as well go with a new guy, give him a chance before trying to throw away your assets for a new coach. There's your sports.
Thank you very much. More on those stories, 1059thebrew.com. While you're there, enter this hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 in cash. The keyword is check. It takes less than 30 seconds to enter this contest, and you could score $1,000, which would help pay off some bills after the holidays.
For sure.
Or maybe you're already thinking about your next vacation. You could put it towards that as well. That's check to 1059thebrew.com. Good luck. Happy Wednesday. Beefwater's in here this morning and brought us donuts.
Yeah.
You can tell Laura's got a mouthful of donut right now.
So good.
I know. I'm trying to eat better, and work out every day, and
Yeah,
Beefwater's
Beefwater
bringing me
knew
donuts.
that.
I just
He's
brought you a
like-
couple holes. I know what your deal is.
I know,
so
I had
just
one
get a
hole,
little
though.
something, wet the whistle, move on.
I had one hole, and I can feel it. I can feel it in my thighs.
Yeah.
And in my man boobs.
Your face swelled up immediately.
Well, I appreciate you, Beefwater.
Thought
And
you might have had an allergy.
How many? You bought like a big box of donuts over there too.
Yeah,
Who's
I
that
bought
for?
like a half dozen randos for anybody that swings through the office that might want a donut.
And then you realize like half the office is
Yeah,
on a
everybody's
diet
on
right
a
now.
health kick. I'm going the other way. I'm putting myself in a grave. Everybody else is trying to do better.
Yeah.
I'll
But
eat your donuts.
I will say, I think, Lord, do you not feel like he's looking a little better, Beefwater?
Well, I was sick. So,
Oh, that's true. You just sweat out all
I
day.
think I sweated out and then didn't eat
You
much.
didn't eat, right?
Yeah,
Because I
he's
feel
been
like
on
you've
a diet
lost.
of chicken noodle soup.
Oh, yeah. Like day 4 of the sickness.
Yeah.
I could have been in a calendar.
And sometimes
I was
getting
looking
sick
good.
is the best diet you can get. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, I look
Good.
great now.
My
But-
lips all sweaty and I look weird. But,
Yeah, and you look a little pale, but I will say that you lost some weight, and I'm proud of you.
well, it makes me nauseous when I drive here.
Right. I get it.
So it's just tough on the system.
I get it. Speaking of nauseous, I don't know if little Millie was nauseous after eating random things off Drew's floor or not, but apparently she's been putting random things in her mouth again.
In her nose.
Oh, in her nose.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an adult and I do that every once in a while. You just shove a raisin up there.
Because everything goes in her mouth, but it's what goes in her nose, which has been
Got
the
it.
problem as of late.
Is this the first time like you've had trouble getting things out of her nose or her shoving things into her nose?
Not the first time. Now, it's the first extraction for her. Now, being my third kid, I have extracted from nostrils before, and I've done it for adults. So, but the baby nostril.
I appreciate that, by the way.
I was gonna say you've done it for adults.
Yeah, I pulled a quarter out of a dude's dome. It was late night.
Oh my god.
Was that like at a frat party or something?
No, it was actually at a place we used to hang out at where we'd go do karaoke, then we'd go late night to that house and party. You know what kind of people I'm talking
Yes.
about. So they
Guys, people who put quarters in their noses.
Yeah,
other
exactly. That was an extraction. But that's a grown ass man. The little baby nostril is so tiny. I don't know if like when you look up there,
Like
it's
your
so
finger's
little.
probably too big.
Like you definitely can't get there with your finger.
Yeah.
And so a couple of days ago, Amy's like, "Oh man, Millie's got something in her nose," and it was the back of an earring that
Oh,
she had
yikes.
shoved up in there. It was a kid's earring, so it was a little rounded, but. So we had to do the thing, and I don't know if you've seen this, but you have to hold their arms down with one hand, like from behind, and then your other hand has to basically put them in a full Nelson kind of and
Yeah.
hold their head so that Amy can get in there with tweezers, and tweezers are sharp.
Yeah.
And it's a very little hole, so
Wow.
she pulls she gets that little thing out of there, and I'm like, okay, thank God we're done with that. No joke. The next day, she's like, Drew, we got a massive noodle. We got a noodle in here. So she'd shoved a noodle up there at lunch, and it keeps her from breathing right. So it
Right.
it starts to mess her up. So we go do it again, get the noodle. Everything's good. You'd think that's it. And
tube sock.
And then she's eating Cheetos. Now, the Cheetos you get at like a Trader Joe's. So a rigid, like a crunchy
Yeah.
crunchy Cheeto shape, right?
Yeah.
Not the puff. She gets a Cheeto lodged up there and it's gone. Like
Oh.
it's gone. It's up there somewhere in the sphere. And so we plug her down, and this extraction of a good wide thick
Jeez.
Cheeto.
The Cheeto seems like it would be hard to get up there in the first place.
The
Yeah.
structural integrity of those crunchy Cheetos is surprisingly good. Because Millie was in it.
But also,
She was
like,
like, ah!
but like the depth of the nostril.
Yeah.
You would have to shove it all the way up there.
I think we were
you know?
behind the nostril at that point
Okay.
because there was
like
something in there.
It's like it got past the tight part, and once it slid
Into
past
the
that,
opening.
it's just in like a
It's
a
in the
cave.
abyss. Who
But
knows?
out of all of them, the noodle I'm most intrigued by. How do you a noodle soft and like not very pliable? I could see like an uncooked noodle.
She must have
Get
just
that-
blown it right up there.
She was really trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she took
And
one
I was like-
solid sniff.
I suppose if it were like one of those, what kind of noodles are the hollow ones?
Like a penny pasta.
Like yeah.
Yeah, but it was just kind of like a little squiggly noodle, like you would, like the cheap chicken noodle.
Got
Got
it.
it. All
Okay,
right.
Like
yeah.
the thin guy. But that Cheeto, it's gone, right? So she's up there and she's digging. We do 3 attempts, and you have to like stop because the baby's like, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Finally, we get in there, and Amy's like, I think I got it. And I'm just holding her little dome, and she unearths this thing, and it's 3 times wider than the nostril.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
And like it was probably, a 3/4 of an inch long.
How's she getting things up there?
Dude, it's just where there's a will, there's a way.
She's sitting down there watching cartoons. They'll never get this one out.
yeah.
And
yeah.
it's funny because you think she's picking her nose, but she's like, I got something in my nose.
You'd think that after 3
Noodle
times
cheetah.
she would start putting 2 and 2 together. Like, okay, every time I stick something up here, I get the tweezers. And I don't want to experience that anymore.
I'd say in order, noodle was easiest to get out, followed by earring. Watch your Cheetos.
Beefwater, you have 2 kids. Did you ever have to take anything, like extract anything out of the nostrils?
I feel like I did, but I don't remember exactly what it was. I want to say a bean.
A bean. I always feel like a kid does this with a raisin or a grape or something like that.
Raisins.
grape.
A grape's a little big, but
But yeah, they find ways to stash things, and it's kind of unbelievable what kids do. It's the same way that
You're not a chipmunk. You can
but
just
you
shove
can
things in
also
your face.
clean your entire house, and you put a kid on the floor, and they will find that one item that's just like missed or hanging out or under the couch or whatever. They'll find that one lone Cheeto.
Yeah,
in
or that
5
earring
minutes.
back that fell off 2 weeks ago. And
You
then
vacuumed the whole floor, but that one Cheeto that fell behind the coffee table.
Kids are incredible that way.
I mean, I guess it wasn't a flaming hot Cheeto.
No.
That would have hurt real
Oh, my
bad.
God. That would have cooked. And so when we finally let her go, she was so mad at Amy because she was the one with the tweezers and I was behind her. So she
didn't see you.
Yeah. She was not mad at me, but she could have set Amy on fire.
What's the craziest thing you ever had to pull out of your kid's nostrils? 866-445-1059. You can also shoot us a text at 98197. I'm sure I got something in my nose. Probably was a raisin or something. I don't remember my mom ever telling me that, but I'm sure I did.
I mean, I feel like
It's just such an accessible place.
Yeah.
It's
Did
a
you?
time of exploration.
I feel like, Laura, you probably got something stuck in
not
your
that I
nose.
remember. I've choked on things. My mom's done the Heimlich on me like 3 times, but I don't remember ever getting anything stuck up my nose.
I'm a speed eater.
Yeah.
Well, I guess one time she ate a Flintstone vitamin and almost died.
No, it wasn't a Flintstone vitamin. It was bigger, but it was like a vitamin C tablet.
Oh,
and
the old circles?
They were and they were big. And I hopped up onto the counter and put one in my mouth, and then I jumped down, and it got lodged in my throat.
Because you were eating them because they tasted
'Cause
like
they tasted
candy.
good.
And
It's just-
they were supposed to have one a day. That was probably your 7th.
I mean,
Probably, yeah.
think about it as a parent, how scared you'd be, though, if you had to do the Heimlich on your kid 3 times. Like, you're afraid every time they eat that they're going to do this
It's
again.
like, are you going to be good in the real world, or
If we go to fast food, if I take you to McDonald's, are you going to be all right?
Yeah.
The third time, mom's just angry. Like, she's just angry Heimlich and like,
All right.
I'm going to break your rib.
And it's scary. Like, I don't know how old you were, but like, I've done the Heimlich on Josie, my middle kid, multiple times. Once in the old Bailey's Burgers up on Capitol Highway. And it is the scariest thing in the world, but like they're like trying to call the police. I'm like, can I see if I can dislodge it real quick?
Yeah.
You're like lobbying to not call 911 because it's embarrassing, but you get the job done.
Let's go to Fat Thor. Fat Thor, what's the craziest thing you had to pull out of your kid's nose?
Oh, dude, when my daughter was that age, she busted open a maraca and was stuffing maraca beads up in her nose. We
Whoa.
didn't know. I was giving her a bottle, and I was like, what is that? So I start plucking them out. She had one lodged in there with, like, skin over it. And I thought I was being smart. I waited for her to fall asleep, and I took the ear sucker, and I just kind of clipped the back part off and duct taped it to the shop vac, and then I clipped the front part because I'm like, all right, she's sleeping. I'm just going to jam it in her nose, kick it on. It didn't work. We ended up having to take her to a nose specialist.
Yeah, now she's traumatized every time they turn on the vacuum.
Yeah, I'm sure it got worse when you brought a shop
Oh, yeah.
vac.
What the hell is that?
Oh my!
Can't vacuum in her
Jesus.
present.
All right, buddy. Well, she's doing okay, though, because I think I saw her.
Oh, yeah,
recently.
she lives. She's 18. She's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, she smells stuff.
2 weeks ago, I pulled out a roll of quarters and a hamster.
All right, Fat Thor. Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah.
We got a talkback message through the iHeartRadio app. You can send us one anytime. Just download it for your cell phone.
Hey, this is Deacon. My middle son shoved a penny and some other change up, I think it was a dime, up his nose. And the way we found it was when we were at the dentist and they did an x-ray and they were looking at Abe Lincoln's face on the x-ray machine.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. It's
How
like-
long was it in there?
Kid had 43 cents up there.
Jesus. How long was that change in his face?
And how is there not like they're like, God, he was in a terrible mood for 6 months.
Yeah. You don't get him checked out?
And why wouldn't he be like, hey, there's something in my nose.
Hey, afterwards we went and bought some gum.
That's unbelievable.
What'd you had to pull out of your kid's nostrils? 866-445-1059. You can also shoot us a text or talk back. Hang on. time for the big story, where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Drew, you want to kick it off?
Sure. There's one thing you shouldn't be doing when you're teaching kids, and that is nose candy. A Chatham County middle school teacher in Tennessee is behind bars after cocaine was allegedly found not just on her body, but in the classroom.
Ew.
Yeah, Mia King was stashing her nose dirt right there. She was fired on Monday upon the discovery. She taught English at middle school. You know, it's a tough job.
Yeah,
Those
and in
middle
her
school
defense,
jobs,
those kids are exhausted.
they absolutely
Yeah,
are.
you gotta
But
stay awake somehow.
how juiced are you doing kickers inside of a classroom full of junior high kids? They're already making up a ton of stories about you. You're probably were pretty fidgety in there. Not a good look.
How else are you going to stay excited about Hamlet? Okay?
Yeah, it's
Come
true.
on now.
But this isn't the first time. Not too long ago, this happened in Portland where the teacher was freebasing in the parking lot.
Oh, no.
And it was like, they have a drug problem, but they're like, God, I also have a job. I need this gig. It's a slippery slope, but please try and keep that out of the law.
Got a drug problem, but these kids got to learn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who has more problems, these kids or me.
I think the big story is rockers are coming together to help Los Angeles. Metallica's charitable foundation, All Within My Hands, has donated $500,000 to relief efforts carried out by the California Community Foundation's Wildfire Recovery Fund and the Pasadena Community Foundation's Eason Canyon Fire Relief and Recovery Fund. $500,000.
It's pretty good.
Also, the 9th annual Metal Hall of Fame Gala is going to be doing its part too, and it's announced that the 2025 edition of the event will be a fundraising telethon to raise money for the families displaced by the LA fires.
Nice.
Man, gonna need a lot of work.
It's nice to see people stepping up and doing their part. And Circle K is actually doing the same thing. More than 240 Circle K locations will discount gas by 40 cents a gallon tomorrow for fire victim relief. They say they're going to donate a portion of the proceeds to the American Red Cross in LA for relief and recovery efforts. And this includes all of their California, Oregon, and Washington locations tomorrow from 4 to 7 p.m.
Why not get some gas and help out? I mean, to drop 40 cents off, I'll do it.
Right. More on the stories online at 1059thebrew.com. Coming up next, another keyword for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squats. Once you hear it, just go to 1059thebrew.com and enter it in to win. We also want to know about your guilty pleasures. Let's say you got a guilty pleasure that's, maybe you're a little embarrassed by. What is that thing? Tell us about it. 866-445-1059. All right, we want to talk about guilty pleasures. We've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have guilty pleasures, things that maybe you just are a little embarrassed to love. You love that song or that movie or that fragrance or that color, but it's unlike you or out of, people would find it maybe odd or unexpected from you. What is that thing?
Also things that are like, they're borderline not good for you, but you do them anyway because it brings you pleasure.
Yeah, like Beefwater brought us donuts this morning. So
Yeah, that's that would fall certainly into it. You
I don't
love
feel
the donut.
I don't feel guilty about that at all.
I don't want people to know I enjoyed
Yeah,
the donut,
right.
but I'm going to go eat it over here in the corner.
Yeah.
866-445-1059 is the number. We were talking about this with Beefwater yesterday off the air, and there's a lot of things like Beefwater just loves so much weird stuff that some of the stuff he's not ashamed to admit it. Like I feel like most stuff he's not ashamed of. There's a couple of things that we discover that he's a little embarrassed that he likes and just kind of keeps it to himself for the most part.
Yeah, I think my love of bad food would probably fall into that category. Like I don't necessarily want people to know how much I enjoy it, but at the same
how
time,
much
like,
you
I'll
eat.
talk
It's
about
too
it.
late.
But like
Yeah.
I don't
Too
want to
late.
break down how much of it I've had.
But you were right, like because you were eating fast food every day for a while. There's sometimes twice a day, and I don't think you liked us bringing that up.
He starts to clamor when you're like, so what's the number? You're like, nobody needs to know the number.
How much have you had it this week? It's Wednesday, so how many times have you eaten fast
this
food?
week, I've had fast food 2 times.
2 times. So yesterday and
Today
Monday.
is only the third day, so that means every day.
Eh, whatever. It's your thing.
Hey, it's his guilty pleasure.
It's what you love.
Sometimes,
but we can't stop
yeah,
asking.
sometimes my kid wants it, and I'm there, and they're there, and I've got a
see.
coupon, so
Yeah.
why not? Like it's $1,
Right.
Like you have all this justification in your brain.
And that's why McDonald's makes sure there's a coupon on the app every day.
Right. 98197 is our text line. I've got a lot of guilty pleasures too, Beef. There's music that I love that people wouldn't expect me to love. There's same thing with movies. I love the color pink.
Yeah,
Like I love it.
You heard it here
I feel
first.
I feel like it's one of those things that, like, when you were in school, you wouldn't want your buddies to find out.
Yeah,
because
like-
the razzing would never stop.
Those Lisa Frank folders, I loved them as a kid. They were like, you'd be like a big, like a unicorn on a rainbow, and I'd be like, that's pretty.
They are pretty cool.
And I'm like, I'm a straight dude. I don't know why I liked those things so much. I loved those things, and still to this day, they catch my eye.
Because I think it has less to do with sexual orientation and the way society tells you what you should like.
Yeah, it's supposed to like blue and red.
And it's like, no, but like
I like pink.
Lisa Frank folders are dope.
So check it out. My son's favorite color is pink.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good
Has
for him.
been for years.
Yeah, I've got there's salmon, but I've got a couple of salmon-colored shirts.
Sure.
That I just haven't worn yet because I'm not sure how Drew's going to react.
Too afraid.
I got pink on my underwear right now.
There it is.
Wow,
What's
look
up?
at that.
Lower.
See that, Beef? That's why am I showing my kneecap? Because I want you to see all of it.
Is it getting hot in here?
So what about you, Drew? Do you got a guilty pleasure?
Yeah, mine is the main ones, and of course I drink alcohol, which that's a guilty pleasure, especially when you're all on this no drink month. I feel extra awkward
Dry
about it.
January, son.
Yeah, but I don't let that deter me. What is constantly on my mind, and I know that I do it too much, but it is a guilty pleasure, is consumption of 2 things: caffeine and salt. I drink coffee all morning. I take a pre-workout. Sometimes if I got to go to soccer practice, then I'll drink a energy drink. That's a lot of caffeine in a day. Salt, if I'm eating a meal at somebody's house and I find it to be not to my salt liking, I will stand up and leave a table and go get a salt shaker. My mom is furious that the amount of salt I put in my body, but sodium is my friend, and it is all I've got. I just have my blood drawn. I was like, I'm going to get rocked. And the sodium levels were fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's, for a lack of other things that I truly enjoyed, like sugar and carbs, salt's my buddy, but it does have a hindering effect, like dehydration.
In terms of snacks, do you prefer a saltier snack or a sweet snack?
I preferred sweet my entire life, but my teeth were going to fall out of my head and I was going to die of diabetes. So I love salt now, but I love chips. I love popcorn. I love things like that. It's like at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. Come on, I go to bed. Salt is my bud.
Huh.
And that's not doctor recommended.
Laura, what about you real fast before we go to the phones here?
I think just my music taste. Like, I love bad pop music. Like, if it plays on mainstream pop radio, there's a good chance that I love it. But I'm
Dua
also
Lipa's and the Taylor Swifts.
And I'm not the person I don't like calling them guilty pleasures because I'm not ashamed. I don't hide my pleasures. I love it. I'll blast it from the rooftops. Yeah, I'm listening to Justin Bieber. What about it?
See, I would agree with you a few years back. The music now has changed a little bit. The Biebers and the Ed Sheerans and all that stuff, I was on board for that. And that, I guess they called it guilty pleasure, but I'm the same as you. Like, I think it's good.
If I do feel really, really embarrassed about it, I'll go find a metal cover.
There you go.
Because the song is good no matter what, right? So I'll just find the same song in metal style.
Something that gives me more credibility.
And I'll feel like a man.
But that's the funny part to me is how we justify these things to make it acceptable when it's not even a big deal in the first place.
Let's go to Dan. Good morning, Dan. What's a guilty pleasure?
You know, at the risk of embarrassing my peers who may not have shame, I feel a weird shame about liking WWF or WWE.
Yeah,
great.
I for some reason, I like to watch a guy get a body slam. But
I think it's because you know, I
don't advertise it
because I think as a fan, like deep down, you know that it's fake. You know that it's targeted to kids and stuff. And I think that's probably, but you still love it, right? Like I just think that
say it's fake again.
It's just like you're aware of those things as an adult, and I think that's what holds you back from really.
Is it targeted to children?
Well, to teens and stuff, right?
Absolutely. You look at the original setup of WrestleMania and all that; it was kids and their dads.
Yeah,
100%.
And now it's grown men who want to feel like kids.
But I feel like
careful.
It was dads and their kids, more like it, right? Like which came first?
See, right now I feel the judgment tremendously.
And I think WWE is on the same level, totally different thing as Warcraft. People enjoy Warcraft, but they know if they bring it up at a dinner party, half the room's going to go Tool.
Yeah, you can't just tell
but
people
it's just like
you
any
LARP
video
on
game.
the weekends.
It's just like any video game, though. World of Warcraft. For the record, I don't play it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you know that the there's just like a
I do. There's just like a thing that comes with it, right?
There's a Creed, Nickelback-y type of thing about it.
I did at one point become a level 41 knight.
Yeah, I'll be kicking off at 9. Follow me at Atomic Tanner.
Night Elf.
Night Elf. Oh, something. I played it for a while. I don't want to talk about it. Let's get to the iHeartRadio app. We got some voice messages to get to.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't have said that on the last recording, but it's all good.
Oh, no, I haven't played the first one yet. Sometimes he's come out of order here.
All right, guilty pleasure, huh? Well, I hate to admit it, but I'm a nipple guy. You play with my nipples, yeah, I'm gonna like that. I don't tell nobody or anything like that. And I'm not like, hey, put him out there like, here, play with that, please. But man, you touch my mofo nipples, I might just grab you and bite you.
So he threw at me a curveball there. Like I thought that he was just maybe into him, right? I didn't realize that
his own.
He likes him to be
bring the stimuli my way.
You don't leave him out.
You got any jumper cables in your car? He did send another one.
Me up.
Let's see what he said.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't have said that on the last recording, but it's all good. You already know. I have no filters. But a guilty pleasure of mine, and I don't really.
No, I'm not even gonna let him play it.
Yeah,
we're going with nipples with you, buddy.
It's like, let me switch it up. No.
It's nipples.
All the nips and then biting.
Oh my God.
What's a guilty pleasure? 866-445-1059.
1, 2, 3. And now, Bruce Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, the Trailblazers couldn't get the job done last night at the Moda Center, but definitely some good pieces to the puzzle going on as the Brooklyn Nets came to town as an underdog. This is just right after the Blazers were able to squeeze out a victory against a better team in the Bucks, but this one did not go their way. They lose 132-114. Also, this is interesting. The Clippers will be in town. This game is tomorrow night, so you've got a little time to get it done, but you can get your tickets right now at Blazers.com. Also, the coaching carousel continues to turn in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys, of course, got rid of their coach, Mike McCarthy, at the end of the season. Now, the issue is the players are not happy. Superstar pass rusher Micah Parsons is like, what's going on here? The guy goes 12-5, and then his quarterback gets hurt, and he has an off year where they nearly go 500, but it's not going to be enough to save his job. In a what have you done for me lately type of a scenario in the NFL, I get it, but are you going to start over? Is it this philosophy where you roll over and roll over is what's gotten the Cowboys on a now 30-year drought? But will it be a Mike Tomlin? Not this time. He says he will block any trades from the Steelers, so the only way he leaves is to be fired himself. But the Cowboys, among other teams, including the Bears, will continue to look for their next leader. But for now, the seats remain open. There's the sports.
What would you do with an extra $1,000 in cash?
Oh.
$1,000 to maybe pay off some bills. You probably racked up some credit card debt over the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be nice to pay off. This hour's keyword for your shot at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is grand. Pretty simple. Go to 1059thebrew.com right now. Enter the keyword grand to win $1,000 and good luck. All right, we want to know, what are your guilty pleasures? Maybe you're a bit embarrassed about loving it, but you love it nonetheless. What is that thing? 866-445-1059. Your calls after Pearl Jam. Laura reminded me of another guilty pleasure that I have.
What?
And we'd love to know what your guilty pleasures are. Something that you're like, I love this, but my friends make fun of me for it, or I'm a little embarrassed that I love this thing. What is that thing? 866-445-1059. Laura reminded me this morning that I love pimple popping videos.
Yeah, you do.
I really do like them. They're satisfying to watch. It's not just pimple popping videos. It's like if they're cleaning earwax out of an ear.
Sure.
Or ripping barnacles off of a turtle shell. I love that kind of stuff. It's very satisfying to watch.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you tell some people about it, and they kind of look at you like, why would you be into that? It's my guilty pleasure.
But it's so common that there are TV shows about it. Like that Dr. Pimple Popper woman, she made a whole show about it.
It has an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I realized I like it because my mom likes it. Like, she looks at the same stuff. And I remember as a kid walking by and like she'd be on the computer looking at something weird. I'm like, oh, that's weird. But the older I got, now I'm Googling pimple popping videos.
I do feel like it's a different feeling when you're watching the video than like when you're caught watching the video or when somebody else around you is watching the video. You know, it's like it feels gross when you see somebody else doing it, but then you're there watching it.
You need to be control the play button.
In the darkness of your room alone.
Yep.
I get it.
You're like, I kind of like this.
By the way, I found a really gnarly video for 30 Seconds of Hell, and we're going to do that on Friday.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad we unearthed a good idea.
Yeah, because we were talking about this stuff, and then I went and looked at some stuff, and I found a really gnarly one that I don't think I've shown you guys. We just have to figure out who's going to do it.
Okay.
Is it Drew or Laura?
That sounds terrifying.
That's Friday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Do you guys find that it's a guilty pleasure? Well, obviously, I think doom scrolling goes without saying, and every one of us is ashamed by how much we've done it. Now, some do it more than others, but still, shame. But aside from that, do you guys find shame or the guilty pleasure in, and it's gotten a little better for me at least, but TMZ? The idea that I'm following a celebrity feud or the fact that Joe Blow got a DUI just because I recognize their face. Like, I think TMZ is the dumbest thing, and I check it every day.
Yeah, I'm not a TMZ guy.
Do you go out of your way to check TMZ?
Well, it's just, I go through all the normal things when I'm prepping in the morning, and I'm sitting on the toilet, and I just click that to see if JT got another DUI.
I honestly,
like it matters.
I hear what you're saying. I'm addicted to other things, but TMZ's not my thing. I actually get alerts from TMZ, and I roll my eyes. I'll see like, Drake files federal defamation suit again. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I think the reason
I couldn't care less about Drake or any of these people.
No, but I've gotten better with it because I'm desensitized and the stars are people I don't know as well anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not Charlie Sheen anymore.
Yeah.
But when it first came out, that was a serious issue with everyone. We got to know what the Kardashians did. Did Paris Hilton do cocaine and get caught?
Yeah, it's
we
easy.
really cared about nothing.
It's easy to fall down the pop culture rabbit hole for sure. And I feel like I'm a little more disconnected from it now, but I used to be the same way. It's like every day I would check the same old websites to see what the celebrity gossip is, you know?
Yeah. What are your guilty pleasures? We've got to talk back through the iHeartRadio app. You can send us one anytime. Just download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone once you have... excuse me.
Oh, my.
I've been feeling that coming for a few minutes.
Well, Beefwater brought you a donut hole. What are you supposed to do?
Once you have the brew streaming, press the microphone button to record something.
Morning, Brew Crew. Happy Hump Day. Guilty pleasures. Nowadays, as I get older, it's a cold beer on a hot day or just a cold beer, period. The latest guilty pleasure I have is when I'm in traffic and numbskulls try to zigzag around you going 90 miles an hour, and then the guilty pleasure itself would be, oh, look, they're in the same backed up traffic as I am. Or even better, they're stuck behind a slower big rig.
Yeah, when you see someone trying to go really fast in traffic and they're still stuck in it, it is satisfying.
Yeah, and they pick that wrong lane and you pass them again going 2 miles an hour.
Impatient a-hole.
Yeah, that instant karma it's a good feeling for sure.
This text message comes from 3344. It says, guilty pleasures of mine, anime. I'm 47 years old and I still watch Japanese cartoons and I love them. Yeah, a lot of my friends are like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are in that lane with you. I am not one of them, but
so would that be a flag if you were out to dinner and the guy's like, yeah, do you want to watch like an anime movie? Would you just be like, bing?
It's happened to me actually, and
I left
at first
dinner.
I was like,
of course
it's fine. Like if it I don't know, certain things.
Be honest. What would you do
if I saw on your dating profile that one of your interests was anime? I would probably swipe left. Yeah, I'd be like, not just because it's like,
Yeah, guilty pleasures. That's why you
which
keep
is,
them quiet.
Yeah, which is totally fine, but it's like our interests just don't align. So
Right.
sorry.
But you still watched anime with some dude.
Yeah, if he
Twice,
was cute enough,
actually.
you definitely sat with him.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
We'll see how this pans out.
She knows
Maybe
how to-
he gets bored.
Try everything once.
Let's go to line 1. Good morning. It's Tanner, Joe, and Laura.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
That's you.
Can you hear me?
Yes!
Oh, okay. So my guilty pleasure, and the reason my friends make fun of me, I watch Mexican soap operas.
Mexican soap operas, really?
Interesting.
Now, I've seen some of these on TV when you're on a trip. They're hilarious.
Hollywood doesn't have that kind of action, man. I'm telling you right now.
And the girls on these soap operas in Mexico, I've seen clips. They're gorgeous. They're just
Super hot.
Super hot.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. You know, Tom Cruise ain't got crap on Guillermo. You know what I mean?
Guillermo.
Stuff, bro.
Guillermo. What's your favorite Spanish soap
You
opera?
gotta say it like that, though. Guillermo.
Who's
Or else it doesn't mean anything.
What's the name of your favorite soap opera in Spanish?
Man, there's so many of them.
Just name one.
I don't even know. I do. I also watch reruns too from like the '80s, you know, because my mom and my sister used to watch those, and they just kind of like stick around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just. It's like Days of Our Life. You know what I mean? They're just
Got it. Yeah, no, I hear you. I had a girlfriend who was obsessed with cartoons, and it was kind of like it was all day. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with like a little bit, but
cartoon.
She was obsessed with watching children's shows.
Huh.
See, and that would be tough for me. You know, like
It
I'm
was
like,
tough for me.
we only got a couple hours here. Like, can we not?
And you're watching Blue's Clues. Like, what's going on? I do feel like, because I'm
Thanks, bro.
One of my New Year's resolutions was to start learning Spanish. So I feel like maybe that's a good way. Like, if I were to start watching Mexican soap operas with the closed captioning on, maybe I could learn how to speak Spanish that way.
It's a good start. Guillermo set you free.
Guillermo.
3103 sent a text and said, "My not so guilty pleasure is hey.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, son.
That's what his is. He actually typed the whole thing out, but I just happened to have that audio clip, so I figured it might as well.
It works.
Perfect.
This one's from 8589. My 4-year-old granddaughter and I play this all the time, and not everyone gets it, but we love it. Look it up and play it. Chung Ha the Band, a song Eeny Meeny.
Oh,
I hate it already.
I don't trust it.
I hate it already.
Chung Ha
the Band, song Eeny Meeny.
I don't know.
He said it's a game?
I think it's a song that they like. It's a guilty pleasure song.
Oh.
It's not
Chung
eeny
Ha.
weeny teeny. Yellow
Short,
polka dot.
man. No one, don't want.
There's a
Is it really? Is
song
this,
by Chunga
is this
named Eeny Meeny.
Is this what I think it is? I think this might.
This is from 2024.
Oh, that's not what I think it is. Oh, this is your.
I got tips for you.
This is a guilty pleasure.
What to choose.
All right.
It's like K-pop.
I see why he doesn't want to tell people.
I see. It's a little bit of okay. Yeah, it's kind of like K-pop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to that? Speaking of bad songs, did you listen to that Sigma Boy song that I sent
I
you?
did. I don't know why you sent that, but I did.
Because we were talking about it, and it is kind of catchy. Have you heard the Sigma Boy song?
No, I have
Drew?
not.
That's my guilty pleasure because it's very catchy.
Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Каждая девчонка хочет танцевать с тобой.
This is what Laura's listening to.
Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma
She's
boy.
moving right now.
Я такая, что ты
Oh, just wait.
Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy.
Oh my God.
Apparently, this is the hotness on TikTok with the kids.
I don't know what's more out of control, the song or your arms right now.
Yeah, she's moving them. It's like one of those wiggle arms. See it in car lot.
We got deals on sedans.
All right. There's no shame this morning. We want to know what your guilty pleasure is, and this happens to be Laura's.
Oh my God.
All right.
Casey Case was rolling over.
98197 is our text line. 1059 The Brew, Portland's rock station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Wanted to know what your guilty pleasure is. Getting a lot of good text messages from people sharing their guilty pleasures, things that they love, but maybe they're a little embarrassed by. This one comes from 7002. It says they love reading historical smut.
Smut?
Historical smut?
I'm not sure, like historical
Little House
porn?
on the Prairie
do you
porn?
mean smut in the way that most people use smut?
Because if you're just reading about history, that's not a guilty pleasure. So
yeah.
I'm guessing it is.
But is it specific?
Risque.
Yeah, historical smut. That's interesting. All right.
Must be harder to find. There wasn't a ton of it in publication.
1912 says their guilty pleasure is vaping my weed pen daily at work. Or home is my guilty pleasure.
What a time to be alive.
7431 says if Laura ran a daycare, she'd be running this song the entire time.
Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy.
And that's how children's services shows up.
I'd be like, ma'am, we're going to need you to come with us.
6584 says, I'm a 45-year-old white guy, and I've been to over 36 Sir Mix-a-Lot concerts.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
Sir
but also,
Mix-a-Lot has had quite the resurgence. Like, the guy went from big stadiums all the way down to one time I was in Whistler and he was just performing in the Village, like on the side of the road.
He performed at a nightclub here in downtown Portland one year.
And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, he's back at bigger venues. So I bet this guy has seen him in every walk of life.
This one from 7431 says, my guilty pleasure is 100% TikTok. It's an addiction. Well, come Sunday, it won't be because it looks like it's getting banned.
Will that just lead to more Instagram scrolling?
Dude, Instagram Reels sucks. So if you want to put yourself through that.
I'm kind of wondering why Meta hasn't really stepped up to the plate to be like, okay, this is our time to shine. We need to do better. You know?
Yeah, theirs sucks too. It all sucks. So if TikTok goes away, I'm not going anywhere else.
I'm wondering if it's going to just get blocked or set back this
I'm hoping.
ban.
There's a couple people who are trying to get a stay going, so it's kicked down the can, or kicked down the road another 200 and something days.
I heard they were trying to take it to the Supreme Court. So
they already did, and so now I think we're going to get a ruling today.
Okay, cool.
Or either that or an opinion piece. Something's coming out today.
A little hint on what might be happening.
But if they uphold the ban come Sunday, TikTok's gone. It's
Are there going to
done.
be people just walking around parks aimlessly? Like, what did people do?
I don't know, because it's going to be strange. You know, it's like this guy said, it's an addiction for a lot of people. You cut 173 million Americans, I think, are addicted to TikTok. You cut that off, what's going to happen?
Like, I do feel bad. I don't know if I really feel bad. It's like, I mean, I know a lot of people are quote unquote addicted to it, and
it's just a habit.
Not only that, but it injected $24 billion into the American economy last year.
Right, that's fair. But also, it's like, I think everyone's gonna survive, though. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you'll see a lot of people melting down.
I need my lip sync videos and silly dances.
TikTok is what, like 4 years old? It got big during the pandemic. There was a time before TikTok. We can go back to that. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do without having a guy with a camera demanding everyone know his rights to film inside of a post office. Like, these are the little things that you will lose.
Well, creators are gonna run out of.
Go find somewhere else.
You know,
They
money.
will go to YouTube. Go to
It's
whatever.
not the same. It's not even close. So listen. I think it'll not get banned. I think at the last minute something's
honestly,
gonna happen.
not to be whatever. But the last thing I really care about is how much influencers are making on TikTok. Like,
it's not just influencers. You got to the small businesses rely on it. It's not just you can write off those idiots, fine, but it's not just them.
Yeah.
It's the small businesses.
Sure,
that rely on
and
it.
it is a great marketing tool and it's a good educational tool. But I do feel like
It's whatever you make it.
can
If you want
find-
lip sync videos, fine. If you want videos about science, you'll get that. If you know.
But the way we've evolved from the beginning all the way from MySpace is, well, it's not the same now. Something will be next. We will not stop. It's going to be
I do feel we'll find something, but we're not
maybe not
going to get
tomorrow.
we're not going to
The
get that
exact same thing.
TikTok algorithm that they've perfected.
personally, I would be surprised if they banned it.
I would too.
I
but
think this is all.
It sounds like look. Listen, as of right now, it's happening.
Yeah,
that's what sucks. I think it's crazy too. I think it's un-American, but as of right now, it's banned Sunday, and until something changes. And there are people who saying it's not going to change. But I in my gut, you know, I did eat a 4-day-old piece of pizza this morning. But in my gut, I feel deep down.
Maybe that's just indigestion,
it only
but
causes mild hallucinations.
Yeah.
I think it'll get a stay. I just have a feeling.
This guy says TikTok sucks. When it's banned, I'll finally get my wife's attention again.
There you go.
It is annoying, like, because even the reels, and I know they're not up to the same level, but a lot of girls watch reels, and if you're trying to get someone's attention and they can't look up, it's annoying.
It is frustrating. But, reels and all those other sites is just TikTok 3 months later.
Mm-hmm.
All those things that are viral on reels are all old TikToks.
Well, and I think because reels predated TikTok. And so obviously TikTok is giving us something that Instagram could not.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
But it's definitely, I don't think anyone would argue that it's definitely a guilty pleasure, though.
For me, for sure. Like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, I've been scrolling on TikTok for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What am I doing with myself?
And, and I tell you guys that I'll ride my stationary bike and do it to try and offset, but then I'll find myself like, I'll realize that I've just been going as slow as possible, scrolling, not really working out, just watching videos and slowly riding a bike.
Or I open the app just by, like, habit.
It's like...
that's what I hate is when I do things like that.
And it's amazing. That's when they know they've got you. Like when Facebook first came out and you would type Facebook in and you were already on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm a robot.
Yeah.
But they got us.
All right, we got more of your calls and texts coming up in just a few minutes. You have a chance, though, at $1,000 in cash from the Cash Squatch right now. 1059 The Brew, Portland's rock station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Looks like Friday morning at 7 a.m. we've got another bacon and beer announcement.
Oh, boy.
When and where's the next bacon and beer going down? How much free bacon will you eat? Who's going to win a prize or a trip? It's all we're all going to find out. I'm excited. The first one of the year.
Ready to get this thing going.
When was the last one?
Halloween.
Which was a blast.
It was so much fun.
That was a wild ride.
It feels like it was so long ago, too. So, yeah, another bacon and beer announcement. Friday morning, 7 a.m. Make sure you're listening for that. Coming up in a few minutes, we still have tickets to go see Disturbed and Daughtry. We're going to play our new game categories coming up here in about 20 minutes for your chance to win. We are commercial free. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 1059 The Brew. Bing bong, bing bong,
Bing bong.
Bing bing.
Hey, how's it going? It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Bing bing.
On the brew. Listen, we want to do something. We want to do a bit that we're not sure we're going to be able to pull off, but we're going to throw it out there and see if we can. You may have heard us mention it before that at our next Bacon and Beer, which we're going to announce Friday morning, we'd like to do a mass divorce.
Yeah.
We'd like to do that. Not as in we're like celebrating divorce or anything, but it does happen. And I don't think a mass divorce has ever been held on the radio before.
And also, who says you can't celebrate divorce?
In the right scenario, you
Yeah.
most certainly can.
All right. Yeah, I guess you and your ex-husband did.
It was a celebration. We threw a big party. I mean, any excuse to hang out with buds and
Right.
throw back a few drinks, you know? And
I mean, if one of
you're-
them was crying uncontrollably, it
It would
wouldn't
be a different
terrible.
scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be an uncontested divorce.
Yeah, you both got to be on board.
But Goldberg Jones is going to step up and take care of all the legal stuff for you. I think the only thing you're going to have to take care of is the filing of the actual paperwork.
Yeah.
But Goldberg Jones from 1-800-DIVORCE is going to make sure that it's you guys walk away happy.
And honestly, that's so nice because even though our divorce was super amicable, we split everything 50-50, there was still a lot of paperwork. And it was one of those things where it was tedious. And then they're like, if you fill anything out wrong, we'll send it back and you have to redo the whole thing. So it's like, that's the type of thing that having Goldberg Jones on board for will be great for.
I think we can all associate in the fact that it's like having a professional help with your divorce is like having someone help you with your taxes.
Yeah.
Sure, you could try it on your own, but there's no guarantees in that.
Right.
And, if you want peace of mind, you do it this way.
Exactly.
So this would be as far as I know, the first ever mass divorce ever heard on the radio, but we need your help. If you know, if you're wanting to get a divorce, maybe you and your partner have been talking about it and you just haven't figured it out yet or whatever, you've been putting it off.
Or maybe you've been separated for a while and you just need to get it done.
Now's the time to step up, all right? Go to 1059thebrew.com or call us, send us a talkback or a text message, however you want to get a hold of us, and we'll make sure it's set up for you. But
we're going to set you free.
We're going to try. We might not end up doing this at all just if nobody steps up.
Well, it's hard to do a mass divorce without one divorce.
Without one divorce,
Yeah,
right.
we need
Like last year was fun. The mass wedding was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of couples married and we got on the news and everything. But that's been done before. We want to do a mass divorce.
And the great news is I think all of those couples are still together as far as we know. So
But if they are getting cold feet,
Yeah.
hit us up.
Yeah, our next
We got
Bacon and
you.
Beer is the place to do it. All right, so if you're interested, let us know. If you know somebody, maybe talk them into it.
Yeah, I can see guys like, I brought it up to my ex-wife. She said, this is why I'm a confirmed idiot and she's divorcing me.
Understandable.
But give it a shot
Give
anyway.
it a shot. You might as well. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We are commercial free. Happy Wednesday. It's 1059 The Brew. Portland's rock station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We're announcing the next Bacon and Beer Friday morning at 7 a.m. Find out when and where the next B&B is going down. We will give you a little heads up, though. We're trying to pull off something that we're not really sure if we're going to be able to pull off.
Yeah.
But last year we pulled off a mass wedding at our Bacon and Beer. This time we thought it'd be funny to pull off a mass divorce.
That's right.
It'd be the first ever mass divorce on the radio. I looked and I didn't find anything on the internet for this.
And I think it's because we're finding it to be harder than weddings.
Yeah.
Because weddings are love and easy and let's do this.
And everyone's on board.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's going to be harder to find a couple that wants to get divorced. It's uncontested, you know.
The whole deal.
Right. But if we do find that couple, 1-800-DIVORCE, Goldberg Jones at 1-800-DIVORCE will step up. This lady's been on hold for a few minutes. Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Hey, Tanner. I totally want to do your mass divorce.
You want to get divorced?
I'm down with getting the divorce thing done.
Well, how long have you been married?
Oh, well, we celebrated our first anniversary at the Bacon and Beer on the deck.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. So it's been a handful of years.
Like 7 years?
Yeah, 5, 6, 7. What is
Yeah.
I have no idea.
it? I mean, we've done so many bacon and beers. I remember you got a speeding ticket that day, but I don't remember what year it was.
It was 2018, 2019?
All right.
We got married
Okay.
2018.
Okay, so does he know that you want to get a divorce?
I talked to him about it. We are down.
So,
Oh,
wow.
so he's ready.
You guys are both down to get a divorce on the radio. So this is couple one of our mass divorce, ladies and gentlemen. Records of progress.
Yes. Party time.
All right, we shouldn't be applauding for love falling apart, but we are.
How long have you known it's over?
We have been separated for over a couple years now.
Okay. So it's pretty much a done deal. You just gotta sign the paperwork and.
I need help with the paperwork. I've
Okay.
been trying to fill it out. It's a mess,
Yeah.
but we're both on the same page. All of our stuff is separated. We're not fighting over anything.
Excellent.
We just want it done.
That's what we're looking for.
We
All
can
right.
be your Huckleberry.
Couple number one. What's your name?
My name is Sunshine.
Sunshine. I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to get your information, and we're gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
Right. Even if we have to get.
All right.
Even if we have to do one divorce.
The big Uno.
Yeah.
We'll
just
do it.
Somebody's getting
I'll
divorced.
take
at
it.
this-
I just need so much help, please.
Yeah. We'll take care of you. Goldberg Jones from 1-800-DIVORCE is going to have your back. All right. Hang on the phone. We'll get your info. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's great news, man.
That's the beginning.
That's the beginning.
First couple in.
We want to do a mass divorce, and we're going to take care of everything. All you got to do is take care of the filing fee, I guess. So, who's down to get divorced at our next Bacon and Beer?
And it's got to be confusing to other people too. Laura said it's a lot of stuff to fill out, so why not have a professional walk you through it?
Right. And normally this is pretty expensive, and Goldberg Jones is just going to
broing it out.
Bro it out for you. So
Yeah.
if you're interested in joining our mass divorce at our next Bacon and Beer, reach out to us because we will get it taken care of. I got to stop the song real quick. Sorry. Scat, yep. Because coming up next, we've got some tickets to go see Disturbed in Daughtry.
That's
right.
The Disturbed Tour is what we've renamed it.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to go, we're going to play our new game called Categories coming up next.
Hey.
We need callers 10 and 11, 866-445-1059. We will play that right after Green Day. Happy Wednesday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. All right, it's time to play our new game categories. We've only done it like twice though, so I think you should probably do another
test round,
test game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give people an example of what the game is.
Yeah, get your head around it because explaining it's harder than showing.
Yeah.
I don't want to play, man.
You have to.
Yeah, I think it's probably high time that you
We've
give
all
it a shot.
done it.
This
yeah.
game looks just when you're under pressure, and it's
Yeah, but
it's
I
hard
mean,
to think.
yesterday during the practice round, you were like, "Oh, you could have named blah 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 blah." So obviously, I mean, I feel like you'll be good at this.
It's different when you're not playing.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
Yeah,
and you're sitting there saying, "Oh, I could do that," but when you're actually
Armchair
doing
quarterback it's a lot easier. Like, come on, did you not see the open guy? But when you're the guy trying to throw at your toes.
it. You want to explain the game real fast?
Yeah, okay, so basically we'll just give you a category and then both callers just alternate naming things that fall under that category. And whoever cannot name something from that category first, got about 3 seconds or so hesitation.
Yeah, the beat is 1, 2,
3, and then we'll
bing, bing.
buzz you out.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah, and if that happens, you took too long. It's air brakes for you. But it's simple enough once we sample it.
Yeah.
All right, so, okay, Drew, you want to give Laura and I a...
Yeah, you two are going head to head.
Who goes
I'm gonna
first?
Laura can go first.
Okay.
Are you sure you're nervous? You can go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, this one should be relatively easy because of where we are in the year. NFL teams, just the names. So just not the city, just the name.
Patriots.
Lions.
Tigers. Wait, son of a
Oh
bitch!
my God, come on.
I already screwed up.
Yeah, it's over.
Lions and Tigers, that's what it is.
Bears, oh my!
I would have said Bears, and then I would have
That would have worked.
sung
That
Yellow
would've
Brick
worked,
Road.
Yeah, you get the idea.
I panicked. See?
It's
Okay.
not easy
Not
when you're
so
in
easy.
it.
Cowboys. It's too late.
There
I'm
you
out.
go. Yeah.
I had Cowboys, I had Chiefs, I could go all day.
All right, let's play our new... Did I already play the intro?
Yes, I
I
think
did?
so.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna play
Okay.
it. Let's meet our contestants this morning. Let's go to Ryan in McMinnville. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning.
You know how to play the game. It makes sense to you, right?
Yep.
All right. You would have said Tigers, too. I'm just going to...
Yeah, all right. And why there aren't Tigers, let's be honest.
Let's go to Sean in Rainier. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
All right. You guys know how to play the game. Are you ready for categories?
Yep.
All right.
Do it.
Who goes first?
Well, let Ryan go first.
Ryan. All right, you're up. The category is airlines.
Delta. Spirit. Alaska. Frontier. Northwest Air. United.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
There it is. We need to double check. Is Northwest Air a thing?
It used to be,
It
so I'll
was.
take that. NWA was a big one.
All right, we'll take it.
So
All right,
that's,
I'll take
I'll
it.
accept that. But yeah.
Who was that? Was that... Which one won?
I don't know.
Who just went, duh, and didn't get it?
Ryan.
Okay, so Sean,
yeah.
Nice try, Ryan.
He wasn't going to admit it. He's like, no, that wasn't me.
congratulations, Sean. You just got tickets to Disturbed and Daughtry, the Dotsturbs tour.
Yeah.
And it's not called at all. But you're going to it, which
Right
is
on.
coming up May 7th at the Moda.
Man. And
Awesome.
NWA,
Thank you so
if
much.
you didn't know what it stood for, you'd just think it was an airline with street cred.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Didn't NWA, didn't something bad happen? Like, didn't a flight disappear?
If
or
you've ever
crash
seen
or
Rain
something?
Man, everybody crashed except Qantas.
Okay.
You know, everyone's been through it.
Yeah. All right, well, there you go. Categories, another successful game.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed, but...
Do you guys want to go more
That's
NFL? I mean, you could take her again. You guys only said three
Let's
of
try
them.
again,
No,
because
no,
that was
no,
so
no.
embarrassing, Tanner. Like, let's just try it again.
There's no point. I don't. What if because if I do it again and then embarrass myself a second time?
That's fair.
Let's just do it again.
Okay, fine.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
Can I go first?
NFL teams, go.
Bengals.
Cowboys,
Okay. Panthers.
Seahawks,
Buccaneers.
Raiders.
Giants.
God.
Laura, I thought you were going to lose, but you came
know.
through with it. Giants under the
I
breath.
think I gave her a few extra time, a few extra seconds.
Yeah, you were extra
Whatever.
kind.
You said Cowboys, and you already said
Whatever.
Cowboys.
He's calling it a tie.
Now, what's trending?
So much good stuff on the website at 1059thebrew.com. Our Donkey Show podcast is up there from yesterday. I talked to my mom during the Donkey Show podcast, and we were talking about our names and like where our names came from, the origins and everything. And, my real name is Chad, and I wanted to know why the hell she named me that. And so anyway, we talked to her about that.
Didn't she say that you were going to be called something else? You're like, I hate my name, and she's like, well, we could have named you blah blah blah.
And I think that was worse. I don't remember.
Worse.
I don't remember what the name was, but you can have to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was worse, and like so, I was like, oh, I'm actually grateful that I got Chad because the other name was terrible.
Dodged a bullet.
It was like some name that you hear like a knight called in like Game of Thrones or something.
Yeah, it's like a name that nobody has.
Yeah, it's awful. And then like Chadwick was one of them, and Chadworth, and all these other stupid variations.
Goodness sakes.
So anyway, we talked about all that, found out the origins of Drew's name and Laura's name.
Really exciting stuff.
Yeah. I guess my name, what did it mean?
It meant like brave knight
Defender
or protector
of the week or something.
The pretender of the week. Not forever, just a week.
Yeah, just
the protector, not the pretender.
Oh, that's what I meant.
He's the protector.
Whatever it is, it's just for a week.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
And then it's just back to Chad.
We'll record a brand new podcast today, which you'll be able to hear at about 11 o'clock at 1059thebrew.com. Also online, we've got daily video clips posted from the show. So every day in here, we're streaming video in real time, so you can watch it online if you want. And then we'll have clips posted from the show on our TikToks, Instagrams, Reels, all that stuff.
The whole deal.
Yeah, YouTube's. Well, TikTok until Sunday, until it's banned. But
R.I.P. No, I think it'll be okay.
We'll see.
We're going to be the biggest TikTok till Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to be posting there
it would be,
until it's banned.
That would be the deal. We'd get all these new followers on Saturday, and they'd shut it down on Sunday.
Right.
That'd be our deal.
If you want to follow us, at 1059 The Brew or at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Yes.
Let's go to the phones real fast. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Happy Hump Day, everybody. It is High Voltage Maverick.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you for putting a smile on all of our faces this morning. I'm going to start with Guilty Pleasure. Used to hate WWE when I was young, and now, as an old fart, I find it highly entertaining and it's the writing and how it all goes down. It's pretty fun to watch. So it's our Guilty Pleasure.
That was a lot of people's today. A couple people said that they love the wrestling. Beefwater's one of them.
Yes, and then number two, I'll take Chad over Barry all day long, son. So
that's his real name is Barry.
That's right.
That's why he changed it to High Voltage Maverick.
I always forget that he legally changed it from Barry to High Voltage Maverick.
Listen, come on down. I got the paperwork there, Chad. So we can get rid of Chad and Barry in one
Do it together.
I feel like Chad Barry sounds like an NFL color commentator.
Yeah, right.
Chad Barry on
Troy
local
Aikman
news.
and Chad Barry. Hey, thanks a lot, Troy.
Awesome hump day, you guys. Awesome hump day. Always appreciate you.
Thank
guys.
you,
Have a
bro.
good,
Appreciate
good
it.
rest of the-
High Voltage
Yes, sir.
Maverick, everybody. Also known as Barry for the people who've known him for a long time.
He's like, dude, I said I have the paperwork. I'm not Barry.
I'm not Barry anymore.
That's the old me.
I'm a Maverick.
Yeah. We got a couple of talkback messages to listen to. We got these through the iHeartRadio app. You, of course, can send us one anytime.
Hey, Brew Crew. How do I sign up for your mass divorce for bacon and beer? Let me know. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, the floodgates
Yes.
are opening.
This sounds desperate, though.
So-
I want to know if the missus is in on this.
We were born and bred on desperate. Let's do this.
Bring it on.
We would like to pull off a mass divorce at our next Bacon and Beer. We're going to announce when and where the party's happening on Friday morning at 7 a.m. But we already have one lady, Sunshine, who called in earlier and said her and her husband have been separated for a while. It's, fine. It's going to be amicable, and we're going to do it on the air with 1-800-DIVORCE.
And now that we have this second person calling in, unless that's Sunshine's husband, we got two.
Yeah.
If you want, you could call us directly. I've got your number here since you sent us a talkback, Jeff, so I can call you. I got your number right here, Jeff. I'll call you right after the show.
Let our people call your people.
As in, I'm calling you when we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're interested, you can get a hold of us any way you know how. The talkback, a text message, call us, send us an email, 1059thebrew.com. But if you're interested in a divorce, that 1-800-DIVORCE will take care of. All you have to do is take care of the filing of the paperwork, which I think is like $300. That's it.
Yes.
And we shall set you free.
But you're going to save thousands of dollars, though. Thousands, because Goldberg Jones is going to step it up.
And next time you're on a date and they ask what your relationship situation is, it doesn't take 45 minutes to explain it.
Right.
Just say, I'm single.
Well, I'm married, but we're separated.
You're like, we've been out of love for longer than we were in love.
I'll tell you one thing, too. When you're out on a date and you start with, well, I'm married, but it always raises some eyebrows.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, bud.
So when you and your ex-husband, Laura, had a divorce party, whose idea was that? What was that like?
I have a feeling it's Laura's idea.
It may have been mine.
I have a feeling it was.
Yeah, it may have been mine. I don't know
I like a good party.
Yeah, I don't know how necessarily it all came about. But yeah, we were just like, let's just throw a party. Wouldn't it be funny if nobody knew and we just announced
That's
it?
a crazy. A lot of these people at the party. Some people, I guess, knew, but some
didn't.
didn't.
No.
Why is John crying?
They just they ding a glass or whatever. And
ding, 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 ding.
And then John starts to cry.
No, it was honestly
Laura deadpan tells everyone it's over.
It just turned into, I want to say, because it was in the summertime, I want to say we had a barbecue. And then
there's pictures of it on the internet.
I know we had a barbecue because at one point there was a watermelon and a machete for some reason.
I remember you holding a machete in the
photos. And we
photos.
sliced the watermelon.
In the announcement that Laura made, letting everyone on Instagram know that she was getting divorced, she's holding a machete with her husband.
It's like
she's about to kill him.
That's true. And then there was another one of him just pouring beer into his mouth from above. I don't know. It was a really fun party.
It sounds like a good
You guys
time.
are just jealous that you couldn't be there.
That's true. I did want an invite to the end.
Yeah.
It's always fun on a Friday night to watch somebody's love fall apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get some more talkbacks.
Howdy, Brew Crew. McD calling again. How could I overlook my biggest guilty pleasure? Making up and singing parody jingles. I'd have to say that might be my top guilty pleasure out there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for playing. Have a great day. Stay safe.
He said Chuck Woolery all of a sudden?
Thanks for playing. We'll be back at 2 and 2.
Hey, everybody.
One more talk.
Happy Wednesday, Brew Crew. McD calling. For guilty pleasures, I have a few, but...
we just heard from McD.
You can't just keep going.
Okay, one more.
Morning, Brew Crew. Yeah, I have a guilty pleasure. It's Pokemon Go.
Oh, boy.
Bruh.
I don't play as much anymore, but at a point, I had 5 different accounts that I would use daily.
Homie.
I actually live next to a Pokemon gym, so I would do raids with my own 5 devices, 5 different accounts. It was a bit much. And I kind of got sick of it. Bing bong.
You got sick of it, or one of your friends staged an intervention?
It's like, dude, we're losing
crazy.
you. You're raiding yourself.
He's got 5 cell phones
just out there with a backpack full of devices.
I'm not going to lie. When it was the hotness, my dog got so many walks that summer because it was so fun to just wander around and catch Pokemon.
I like to take pride in missing that, kind of like you missed the crack epidemic. Like, it was a thing, but we didn't fall to it. Tanner and I both.
Yeah, I was dating a girl who was obsessed with it.
You still stayed strong.
I stayed strong. I never played it with her, but I did walk into a room and she was using a second cell phone to hack the game.
Try 5 devices in a park.
I remember seeing a bunch of code on, it looked like the Matrix on one phone, and then Pokemon Go on the other. I go, what are you doing? She was kind of embarrassed. She was like, I'm just unlacking some things. I go,
I'm trying to catch a Squirtle. Leave me alone.
God.
It's like you're trying to hack into the Pentagon in here. Pokemon.
Hacking into, whatever. All right, so that does it for us. We're going to do another Donkey Show podcast coming up next. You'll hear that at around 11 a.m. at 1059thebrew.com. Your shot at $1,000 happens right now.